Are Liverpool going to make that, or it is Newcastle going to making? Yes, guys, we are live over here. This is FC RAMSAY, and we are over here for the live stream. It is the likes of Liverpool going against Newcastle. Oh my God! It is Arne Slot who is going to taste the silverware first time, and Liverpool under Arne Slot will be getting that. It is all the red is the color, guys. Red is the color. You have to make it big. It is red is the color for today. No denying the fact, Liverpool, are they going to make that or not? It is much more dependent on how they are performing, because it is the likes of Newcastle who has got some sort of party entertainment before the matches. Eddie Howe, is he going to make that? Or it is the likes of Arne Slot who is going to make that? What is that which is going to happen for today? All the Reds gather today for the stream. Liverpool and Newcastle at the Wembley Stadium. We are having this watch, and the watch links for this, if you are from the continent, then you can have that from the fan code. And if you don't want to shell out your bucks, it is the likes of join our social media platforms. The links, those sticky piggy links, are available there. You can have those as well from there, and give your votes for the win which is going to happen. Is it the likes of John Brooks, the referee who is there? Will he make those controversial decisions for today? Is the victory in the hands of John Brooks, the EFL final? Is that going to end like that? Or it is the you will never walk alone Reds going to win that big and on the slot? Or it is the Magpies Newcastle going to get that? How is that going to be? How is going to be? Just look at the lineups which Liverpool is having for today. This is going to be a huge one. Liverpool has got the lineup over here. It is as usual, Jota not giving those preferences in the playmaking which is happening, which is doing at Liverpool. I mean, Arne Slot hasn't been able to discover Diogo Jota. He is the man who is looking suffering on the stats, but it is Luis Diaz performing good. It is Mo Salah doing good. Szoboszlai performing good, but in few of the past matches, his attacking midfield positions hasn't been that clinical to be happening. On the other hand, it is also McAllister and Gravenberch on the mid pitch with this 4-3-3 Liverpool. Now sticking to Robertson. It is Robertson who hasn't been picked by Arne Slot in the Premier League for most of the matches. It was Tsimikas, the man who was making those appearances. He is there on the lineups. But Robertson is there on the left backs, still not picking up Tsimikas. Van Dijk and Konate, there were some sort of news that Konate is the man who won't be able to get into the lineups, but he is there in the starting lineup for Arne Slot in this game against Newcastle. It is Gallagher, the man on the goalkeeping positions, as well as on the right backs. Unavailability of Alexander Arnold. It is Quansah, the man. I mean, Jarrell Quansah, he is there. Will he be the pick of Thomas Tuchel's English squad or not? That is also be the watch to have that. Alisson Becker, the goalkeeper, is there on the substitutions. Tsimikas is the defensive lineup. The only defensive substitution which Arne Slot has got for this game in the EFL Carabao Cup. Curtis Jones, the midfielder. Harvey Elliott. On the midfields, James McConnell, Wataru Endo. Man, whenever I look at this player, Wataru Endo, I really don't find it that how is this man going to make that big? When is those first lineups going to come for Wataru Endo? When is that going to come? But it is still Arne Slot who hasn't got those options for Wataru Endo as well. He is there on the substitutions. Cody Gakpo, the man on the attacking aspects. Nunes, Federico Chiesa. Again, to talk about Federico Chiesa not getting those performances, I mean those 30-35 millions of transfers for Federico Chiesa, these transfers neither in the Champions League. I mean, Liverpool has got those exits, but Federico Chiesa is the character who hasn't been showing that good for Liverpool. To talk about Federico Chiesa, to be specific about him, most of his time has been under injuries. He has got those 10 games for Liverpool, just a single goal he has got. In the Premier League, 3 matches, no goals, no assist. And in neither of the games he has started. He has been the substitution for Liverpool and Arne Slot. This build-up is looking. Gravenberg was disastrous in the previous fixture in the Champions League against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. Szoboszlai again has been picked on the attacking mid-pitch. Neither Harvey Elliott giving those options, neither Curtis Jones has been given those options. It is Szoboszlai who is Arne Slot sticking to most of the times. Will Szoboszlai give those deliveries which is required and make Liverpool, the Reds, get those victories? Give your votes on the chat section, those of you who are watching, that who is going to get those wins. That was a short one, still 15 minutes to go for this EFL Cup Final. It is at the Wembley, and there will be much of those celebrations as well. 14 minutes 30 seconds to be precise for this game to begin. But look at the lineups which Newcastle has got. I mean, the injuries of Liverpool, Bradley, Gomez, Arnold, and Morton, these are the 4 not basic but primary injuries. But Arnold is not there for the starting lineups. That will be a worry, because Newcastle in their starting lineups on the left wings has got Barnes. Harvey Barnes, the man, the English man on the left wings. It is the likes of Alexander Isak. He will be making those options. Murphy is the man, Jacob Murphy on the right wings for Newcastle. Newcastle with the presence of Guimaraes, Tonali on the mid-pitch. Oh my God, this man, Tonali, Sandro Tonali, he is back from those controversial aspects the previous season. This season, he is back into the squad and he is making it bold for Newcastle. But Newcastle hasn't been doing so good in the Premier League. To talk about Newcastle, they are at the 6th spot. They have been really doing good. The Magpies are really doing good. But to talk about the head-to-head performances of Newcastle, we will move on to that a bit later. But it is Livramento on the left backs, Byrne and Schär on the centre backs, and Tripper is the man on the right backs. Newcastle has got those defensive aspects good with the likes of Pope. Nick Pope is the goalkeeper present for Eddie Howe. How is Eddie Howe going to make that? The option of the substitutions, Dubravka is the goalkeeper, which Eddie Howe has got. On the defensive aspect, it is Kraft, Target, Willock, Millet, Longstaff, Wilson, Neve, and Osila. To talk about the injuries for them, it is Lascelles, Lewis Hall, and Botman, the key injuries which is Eddie Howe having for the Magpies to be getting those wins. But to talk about this game, it is Liverpool who are playing. I mean, that is a home fixture for them, but it is at the Wembley, the FA Cup, the EFL Cup Final, which is going to be happening. The Carabao Cup or the EFL, whatever that is, but Liverpool will have to get the taste. The Reds gather over here for the stream of this game. How is that going to happen for today? How is that going to happen for today? Will the Magpies get those conversions? Will that be critical? With this lineup of Liverpool, will they be able to make those good aspects on the pitch? That will be a good factor. So Szoboszlai, will he be making those mid-pitch runs and getting Jota those assists? Jota, will he be clinical this time, getting into those spaces inside the box? Will he be able to do that? Much of that will be on those delivery aspects of Jota, Szoboszlai, and Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz and Mo Salah, no doubtedly they will be doing good. But to talk about Luis Diaz, especially in his player profile for this season, 28 matches he has got, 22 he has started, but the 9 goals and the 4 assists which he has got, most of them has come in the first half of the season. Luis Diaz has been getting those goals in the first half of the season. Or will it be the likes of Mohamed Salah The man who is on his last year of contract at Liverpool, 29 matches, 29 games he has started. Oh my God, 27 goals. Mohamed Salah is the man talking. He is exploding. He is firing. He is getting everything converted. And look at that. At Liverpool from 2017 till now, Mo Salah 391 games, 243 goals. Can you imagine that? This delicious Egyptian, will he get a hat trick today? Will he get a goal today? Will he be the factor getting those conversions for the Reds today? Mo Salah, the man, will be talking because it is that taste of blood for the Reds which they have got, and this is the first silverware which Arne Slot will be getting. Mo Salah, before getting those exits, maybe will he give his best in this game? Because in the previous fixtures, I mean against PSG, it was the likes of Mo Salah and Alexander Arnold getting in some sort of confrontations. What was that? But Liverpool got those exits from the Champions League. But Mo Salah is the man talking. 29 matches, 27 goals. One of the biggest contenders for the Ballon d'Or. One of the biggest contenders for the player of the season across the globe. No denying the fact. I mean, it is the likes of Kylian Mbappe who has been scoring. It is the likes of Harry Kane who has been scoring. It is the likes of Lewandowski, Rafinha. They have been scoring, but who is there in the competition of this man, Mohamed Salah? No one is at par with him. No one is at par with this man, Mo Salah, to be talking. No denying the fact, this man, Mo Salah, has been doing those marvels. I mean, to talk about that, 29 matches, 27 goals in the Premier League. Can you imagine this man? Pep Guardiola's man have got those, I mean, errors on the pitch. They have been on a losing streak, but Liverpool has been carried much in this season by the man Mohamed Salah. No denying the fact. 29 matches, 27 goals. This isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. All in all, for Liverpool, 391 games, 243 goals. My goodness. No red cards, just a single yellow card which Mo Salah has got. 2,573 minutes Mo Salah has played this season in the Premier League only. That is huge. Mo Salah is making those huge statements for Liverpool, but no denying the fact, from the Magpies, if we take a look at that, it is definitely not the aspect we'll be having. It is the likes of Isaac, their man, who is this Swedish player, 25 years at the Magpies. He has also got those 25 matches and 19 goals. Alexander Isaac is the man scoring. No denying the fact, it is the likes of Alexander Isaac. He is scoring. I mean, he has played those 99 games for the Magpies. This will be his 100th game for the Newcastle United. 57 goals he has got. Prior to that, at Real Sociedad, he got those 132 games, 44 goals. And before that, he was at the Borussia Dortmund, the man from the Borussia Dortmund Academy, making his moves in 2019, coming to Real Sociedad, and then 2022 coming to Newcastle. This is his 100th game. Can Alexander Isak on his 100th game get those victories against Liverpool? Because Newcastle hasn't got those victories against Liverpool since 2015. Let me check that. Yes, it was December 6, 2015 in the Premier League, which is the last time the Magpies has got those wins against Newcastle, against Liverpool. That is what it is. It is, I mean, 7 years has gone. Newcastle hasn't been getting those wins against Liverpool. It is either a draw or it is a win for Liverpool. And to talk about all in total, it is Liverpool who has got 17 wins, 7 draws, whereas Newcastle has got those 4 wins. The last win which Newcastle, the Magpies, got was in 2015. So Newcastle, will they make it happen? Because in the first leg of the Premier League, Newcastle and Liverpool, that game which was held, it was at the St. James Park, the home of Newcastle, where it was a 3-3 draw. And in the second leg of the Premier League, Liverpool and Newcastle meeting, it was at the Anfield, the home of Liverpool. Szoboszlai and McAllister, they were the man who got those 2 goals for Liverpool. But in the first leg, it was the likes of Jones and Salah getting those 2 goals. Liverpool got that 3 goals, whereas Newcastle from the likes of Isaac, Gordon, and Shar got those late stoppage minute goals, and that was a 3-3. Will this game go to the stoppage time? That is also the factor to be watching. Can Alexander Isaac get those goals for Newcastle in his 100th appearance? What is that going to be? There are many ifs and many buts, but Liverpool hasn't lost to Newcastle in the past 17 meetings, and the last time where Newcastle got that, what is in the year 2015. It has been, talk about it, 9 to 10 years Newcastle hasn't got a win. Will they make it or not? Give your votes on the chat section, on the poll, that who is going to get that, because it is the referee John Brooks who will be officiating that. He is a senior referee. Much of his controversies are not seen most of the times, but will John Brooks be the man who will be deciding it with those controversial decisions? That is the first option which is there on the poll. It is the YN, you will never walk alone, Reds on the second option. Are they going to get those wins, or it is the likes of Magpies, Newcastle, who are going to get that wins? What is that which is going to happen? Still, it is 4 minutes, just 4 minutes left for this game, and all those cheeky piggy links for watching this is there on the social media platforms. The links for the social media platforms are there on the channel description, on the chat as well. It has been pinned, and it is also there in the video description. Get those if you are not going to shell out your bucks for those cheeky piggy links. But apart from that, there is also the game between Stuttgart and Leverkusen tonight. It is the likes of Leicester City and Manchester United, Atlanta and Inter Milan, Paris Saint-Germain and Marseille. That will be the match. We will be having a watch along, as well as the La Liga, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. It is those 3 times where Atletico Madrid and Barcelona are meeting this month. We will be having that on the late night watch along on a different stream. But for now, it is the likes of Liverpool and Newcastle. This is the game which we will be having it. Just 3 minutes left. The countdown is going to begin. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes that who is going to get those wins. Who is going to get those wins for today? How is that going to unfold? John Brooks, will he make those sufferings? What is that which is going to happen? The first piece of silverware for the season is definitely up for the grabs. But Liverpool in their previous fixtures has got those disheartening moments against Paris Saint-Germain. Will that be the factor for their non-performance? Because it is some sort of few losses which Liverpool has got. It was against the likes of PSG. It was in the FA Cup where they got those defeats by Plymouth. It was PSV Eindhoven got those. It was Tottenham who got that in the EFL, and apart from that, it was Nottingham Forest who got that, the first loss for Liverpool which came in. And definitely these are the 4 losses which Liverpool has got this season. No denying the fact they have been doing good. Most of my expectations from Liverpool every season goes good in the first half, but in the second half they somehow get those draws or some sort of ugly aspects happen on the pitch, and they used to keep losing points. But this season it is likes of Guardiola's men not performing that good, and the race of that first spot, the numbers counting in the Premier League table, is much seen for Liverpool to be getting those shield this season. That is what from our end for this lineup, and we will be waiting for this game to begin. Just 1 minute left into it. Just 1 minute left into it. It is the fan code where the game is being, the live stream is there on the fan code app. You can get that or as well if you are from the continent. Yes, it is looking good. The previous night we were having that watch of Real Madrid, and that website GXR, that was a shit one. GXR is a shit website. Every time we go for the watch of those matches, it generally buffers or doesn't go. We have to go for those TKP links, and we went for that. I hope fan code doesn't annoy for those matches to be happening for today. Yes, the game is about to begin. The players are there. Look at that. The Wembley is all filled with the Reds. The Wembley is looking filled with those Reds. How is that going to be? Is it the likes of Newcastle or is it the likes of Magpies getting those? Eddie Howe against Arne Slot. The first final of this season where Liverpool is facing, and it is the likes of Eddie Howe and Arne Slot at Wembley. Liverpool in the red jersey, they are playing home. Look at that. McAllister going to blow that. John Brooks has blown the whistle. The game has begun. Isaac is making those changes. That is a long pass for those headers. McAllister going that. Concha gets that clearance for Mo Salah. That is something Newcastle won't have expected. But just look at that. In the starting, it was Alexander Isak who was going to make those runs, but he was stopped. He was stopped for making those runs. It will be the likes of Trippier against Luis Diaz. It will be the likes of Livramento against Mo Salah. Will that be the factor which is going to be happening? And on the mid page, it will be the likes of Sozofly and Jota up against Shar and Bone. What is that which is going to be? Give your votes on the chat section for the poll which has been pinned. And from the Newcastle aspect, it is Murphy against Robertson and Barnes going on against Concha. But Virgil van Dijk, that is a tackle on the mid pitch. Newcastle looking composed. Still 1 minute 30 seconds on the watch. Robertson gets that clearance. Yes, from the Newcastle's aspect, it is Murphy against Robertson and Barnes against Concha. That will be the good aspect to watch. Will Concha be able to hold Barnes for that long time? Will Murphy make those runs against Robertson? That will be the watch to have. Look at that. It is Robertson now up against. Oh my God. So early, Murphy makes that move to the wings. Sly getting that. He passes that to Concha. Salah, Gravenberch again. McAllister. Jota on the pitch, forwards that to Diaz. Diaz is going into, trying to cut into the box. Oh my God, Diaz has been stopped by Trippier from not entering into the box. Diaz has been stopped by Trippier from not entering into the box in just 2 minutes 30 seconds of the watch. In just 2 minutes 30 seconds of the watch, Diaz has been stopped by Trippier from not entering into the box. Liverpool with that defeat against PSG, will that be the depressing factor which will happen? And Magpies, will they get that? Van Dijk gets that header interception. Isaac is being man-marked by Van Dijk. Tonali moving in. Look at that. Murphy makes that. Barnes, will he get that shot? Denied. Oh my God. It is the Magpies who has entered into the box of Liverpool first. It is the Magpies who has entered into the box of Liverpool first. It was Concha over there who was man marking Barnes, but Barnes couldn't get that touch goal. Kelleher gets that. He is trying to find Mo Salah. Mo Salah is the man. Kelleher, it is that twice with those goalkeeping shots. He is trying to find Mo Salah. That is what Liverpool is still looking now. Mo Salah against the likes of Livramento. That will be a good one to watch. 22 years of age. Valentino Livramento, that man, this English man, he has got those 69 appearances. He has been playing on the left backs. He has also got those 27 appearances for Liverpool. He is the man. Will he be enough to stop Mo Salah up to those stoppage time? Because it is the unavailability of Botman, it is the unavailability of Lascelles as well as Lewis Hall. These are the three unavailable players for Newcastle in this. But Liverpool, with unavailability of Arnold, Gomez is the man, Bradley and Morton. Gomez is on long-term injury. Arnold is expected to be back. I mean, in just 1.5 months of time, Newcastle has got that free kick. Tonali gets that good. Barnes again. He gets into the box. Man, Barnes is making his moves. Barnes is making his moves. It is the likes of Harvey Barnes. This man, 27 years of age, Englishman. He is that 23 games, 5 goals, 2 assists. At Newcastle, this man, Harvey Barnes, is making his moves. It is his second penetration which he has got into the box. It is that man, Harvey Barnes, who is making his presence felt inside the box of the Reds. In just 5 minutes, 43 seconds, Newcastle are showing their true character. Luis Diaz passes that to Mo Salah coming into the box. My goodness. It is Pope. Nick Pope, the goalkeeper for the Magpies. He got that clearance good. Robertson trying to make some build up, running into the wings, stopped by Tripper. Look at that. It is some referral decisions. John Brooks, is he going to give some card for that tackle to Robertson by Tonali? Both Tonali and Trippier just blocked Robertson in those moves. It should have been a card. It should have been a card. That tackle to Robertson by Tonali and Trippier, there must have been a card. John Brooks, the referee on the pitch, must have given a card for that tackle to Robertson. No denying the fact, it should have been a card. Now it is McAllister and Robertson who is going to take that. Liverpool has been given they have been awarded a free kick. McAllister, what a free kick. What was that? A freaking free kick. What was that? That free kick being taken. What was that? McAllister took that free kick. It was nowhere near that. Is it the south wind which is blowing? Newcastle, are they getting those advantages of the wind blowing in their direction? Are Liverpool facing those southbound wind coming in onto the pitch? Guimaraes and Joelinton on the mid page, they have to show that character as well. That is going to happen. Mo Salah chasing for that through ball. Livramento assessing that, doesn't even make those moves. Look at that. Livramento is the man who is showing a good character so far. No denying the fact. This man is showing who is good character on the pitch. Let me put this so that you guys can have a watch what is happening. Look at that. The kickoff has begun. The stats so far Newcastle has penetrated into the box of the Reds in just 2 minutes 30 seconds. They have also got a shot, but that wasn't good enough to get past the likes of Kelleher. The kickoff has begun. It is now 8 minutes 40 seconds. Van Dijk goes for Konate. What is happening on the mid pitch? That is a back pass to Kelleher. Kelleher is time and again trying to find Mo Salah on the right wings. It is the likes of Kelleher who is time and again with those goalkeeping shots trying to find Mo Salah on the pitch. Why is there a lag coming in onto that stream? Is it that which I am facing, or is it the likes of every one of you who are facing that? What is there the lag which is coming in onto that? Look at that. It is now 10 minutes on the watch, and the first 10 minutes, Newcastle has been looking good. First 10 minutes of this EFL Cup final, it is the likes of Newcastle, the Magpies are looking good. Red is the color, boys. Red is the color. Will that happen? What is that which is happening? Liverpool are looking bit struggling on their defensive aspect. It is the presence of Concha, the man on the right backs. Will he be good enough to handle? Will Concha, the man, will be good enough to handle the likes of Barnes? That will be the factor. You can't expect Concha to be moving high up on the pitch. He has to be sticking to Barnes for the most of the times. That is what has to happen. That is what has to happen. It is now Pope who has got the position of the ball, passes that. Burn goes for Trippier. Trippier hits that to Luis Diaz. These are the opportunities you have to count in, boys. These are the opportunities you have to count in. But look at that positioning from Szoboszlai. He is staying way deep down. Szoboszlai is the man. He is staying way deep down. The numbers are not seen counting for the Reds. The numbers are not seen counting for the Reds so far in the 12 minutes of this watch. Gavin Berg goes that for Konate. Tricky pass that is to Robertson. McAllister. That is a block. That is a block. Van Dijk back passes that. Isaac is making a. That is a good run. Isaac is making a good run. Newcastle are looking, making things happening, but not getting clinical. How long in the first half are they going to get that? How long Newcastle are going to get those playmaking to be happening? It is 13 minutes still, and they are making it. They are denying any sort of opportunities. Salah goes for Van Dijk. Robertson. Robertson this time has found Luis Diaz on the mid pitch. Concha is the man high up. Concha is the man, he is high up. Concha is the man, he is high up on the pitch. Rusty tackles happening outside the box of Newcastle. John Brooks, the referee, has finally called that whistle. Oh my God. Hope there is not any sort of disappointment from the likes of John Brooks on this pitch. Hope John Brooks, the referee on the pitch, doesn't make any sort of bad things to be happening. Oh my God, what is that? Why is there? We look at that fan code. We paid for the stream. Thank God the stream is back. Suddenly the whole screen went black and there was nothing visible. It was some sort of error from fan code where the match wasn't being telecasted good, but now it is back. Hope what we have paid for doesn't go back. That is a big shot which is taken. Oh my God. Murphy takes that shot. Murphy is getting dejected. He is going for those shots. It is those temperament of the finals which you have to get. It is those temperament of the finals which you have to get. If you are going to get those wins, you have to keep those temperaments. That is what it is going to be. That is what it is going to be. Can the Magpies get those conversions good? Will they make that happen? Will the Magpies make those conversions happen for them or not? That is also the fact to watch. Repair goes that. Joelinton, oh my God, that is a bad pass. That is a bad pass. From the aspects of Joelinton, he is bit suffering. From the aspects of Joelinton, he is bit suffering. No denying the fact. Gravenberg gets that to McAllister again. Both of them are staying on the mid pitch. Szoboszlai not getting those touches so far. Szoboszlai is the man who is struggling for Liverpool for the past 3 to 5 games. He is the man who is not even getting those touches good enough. Will that be the factor happening? Now it is Mo Salah passing that to Gravenberg again. Liverpool are now regaining the possession and keeping it. Konate, Salah, what is happening from the right part of the pitch. Gravenberg, Van Dijk, Konate again, Mo Salah, Liveramente, he gets that to Gravenberg again. I mean, look at that, Livramento, he is not giving those opportunities for Mo Salah on the pitch. Luis Diaz is over there. He goes for Arnold. Arnold to Diaz again. Liverpool are now coming in close. Liverpool are now coming in close to the mid-pitch, but Tonali is the man. This time he makes that interception. John Brooks, the referee on the pitch, has blown the whistle again. No cards yet been shown. No cards yet been shown in this game. No cards has yet been shown in this game. Look at that. Bruno Guimaraes, the man, just gets those tackles, and it was suddenly the referee on the pitch, John Brooks, whistling it, but no cards yet been given. No cards yet been given in this game. My God, what is that which is going to be? It is the Magpies who are making those moves. It is now Tonali, the edge of the box, passes that. Joelinton trying to center that into the box, but straight into the hands of Kelleher. Jota getting those runs good, being blocked by Tonali, back to Robertson. Diaz gets that to McAllister again. Look at that. In the mid-pitch, it is Gravenberg who is staying, and it is McAllister as well who is staying. It is Liverpool who is going with those two centre backs, especially the likes of Konate and Van Dijk, but Arnold and the likes of Concha, one of them is staying deep. Either one of them are staying deep. It is especially that 4-2-3-1 which Liverpool is preferring in this game. It is that 4-2-3-1. That is a long pass to Diaz. Diaz will make that run, but no, it is Trippier blocking that. Safe into the hands of Nick Pope. Magpies are really showing their good character. It is a long ball for Isaac. Van Dijk gets that header interception. McAllister, Gravenberg. It is Robertson making those runs, gives that to Diaz. Diaz, will he center that? No. He passes that to McAllister. On the wings, there is Mo Salah present, but those passes from the mid pitch is not happening. Liverpool from the mid pitch, they are not making those passes to Mo Salah. Rather than it is the likes of Konate who is making that. It is the likes of Konate who is finding Salah inside the box. That is a pass from Szoboszlai. Will Jota make it? Oh my God. Burn, the centre back for the Magpies, gets that clearance. It was Diogo Jota who wasn't that speedy as well as fast enough to get those, but Szoboszlai got those passes good. It is again Jota getting that. A header backing pass for Diaz. My God, Burn is making those bold centre back aspects good along with the likes of Shah. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Newcastle are, oh my God, that is a corner. The Magpies has won the first corner of this game. It is the first corner which is going to be incoming. Is that a corner or is that a throw? And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section whether it is the likes of the referee John Brooks. Is he going to win this game? With the decisions being made, he will be fair enough, not giving any rusty decisions. Or it is the likes of Liverpool Reds, or it is the likes of Magpies. Who is going to get those wins? Give your votes on the chat section on that poll, which has been pinned. That is a foul to Diogo Jota on the pitch. Alexander Isak has done a foul. Cards are not being shown. Cards are not being shown in this game. Cards are not being shown in this game so far by John Brooks. No cards yet has been shown. And yes, Newcastle before this game has some sort of parting moments. That is what it is. It is looking from the stands. Look at them. Newcastle fans have those parties even before the match in the evening. My goodness. Trippier passes that to Pope. Pope clears that ball, trying to find Isaac, but Van Dijk is man marking Isaac. It has to be very, very much careful. It is Jota trying to get it into the box. My God, Burn gets that clearance good. But to talk about from the likes of Newcastle, it was in the first leg of the Premier League this season, and the goal scoring options, which it was 3-3 draw, Isaac, Gordon and Shah got those, whereas Liverpool, it was Jones and Mo Salah getting that, but still Arne Slot preferring the likes of Szoboszlai on the pitch. But in this second fixture, the second leg of the Premier League, where it was at the Anfield, it was Szoboszlai who got that goal on the 11th minute, and it was McAllister getting those goals. Those two goals were a big one. That was definitely what Liverpool were not looking at good, but to talk about the stats of this game, it was Newcastle who got just 3 shots in that leg. It is Isaac into the box. Will he make that? No one from the Magpies inside the box. Back that to Tonali. Will he make that shot? He takes that far off the post. No worries. That is for Gallagher on the pitch. That is a no worry for Gallagher. My God, Newcastle are making those moves. It was Guimaraes who made those moves, but Isaac preferred to give that to Tonali. But why Tonali went for those shots? They were in the presence of four other Magpies inside the box. That is something at times is looking disheartening from Newcastle. They will try to make that, and yes, we have got that first vote. That who is going to get those? Give your votes on that poll section. Who is going to get those wins for today? Is it the Reds or it is the likes of the Magpies? What is that which is going to happening? Luis Diaz again. They are trying to find Luis Diaz. It was first 10 minutes where Pope and the likes of Konate were trying to find Mo Salah on the right wings. But now suddenly Liverpool are trying to find the likes of Luis Diaz. That is what the aspect is. That is inside the box. My goodness. Konate gets that clearance. It was Alexander Isak that pass was being made, but look at that. The runs which Murphy made, Van Dijk was just overpaced. He made that cross, but it was Konate at the right spot blocking that. It was Konate at the right spot blocking that. Not to be happening for Alexander Isak on the pitch. It is that corner which is being taken. My goodness, it is that second corner which is going to be taken. Trippier takes that to the far post. He goes. Oh my God, inside the box. Oh my God. That is a good save. Gallagher makes that save good. Fern gets that header. It was straight for Guimaraes, but it was Gallagher who got that good save. Luis Diaz. Now Liverpool looking in. McAllister trying to find Salah. Livramento is doing a good job. Livramento on the left backs, he is doing a good job. He is denying any sort of aspects, any sort of passes coming in to Mo Salah. He is stopping that side of the pitch permanently so far. 26 minutes on the watch. Still Liverpool 0, Newcastle 0. Van Dijk giving that. Jota is now dropping down. He has moved to the center part of the pitch. Will he be going for those deep laying movements? It is Szoboszlai who has now moved on to the right midfields, and Mo Salah is getting those flank positions. Oh my God, Isaac, that is an error from the Reds. My goodness. That could have been a big opportunity, but that was a good clearance. That was a good clearance. Finally, Konate is the man talking. Konate is the man. He is denying anything incoming. Konate is the man. He is denying anything incoming. Konate is the man talking. Konate is the man. Ibrahima Konate is the man. He is doing his job good. I am not getting anything to be found on the page from the likes of Jota and Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai at times has been seen making those passes, but Liverpool so far in this 27 minutes hasn't been able to get any sort of opportunities inside the box. Ripper has considered a foul. Will that be a card given? John Brooks. No, no cards are being given. My goodness. John Brooks is definitely that experienced referee on the pitch, but hope he doesn't make any sort of mishappenings today. A free kick that has been awarded for the Reds. How is that going to end? How is that going to end? The Magpies hasn't got any wins since 2015 December. Robertson takes that free kick. That is a first ball win challenge from Mo Salah against the likes of Livramento. This is the first 1v1 win for Mo Salah against Livramento, and he has won that corner incoming for the Reds. Liverpool with that corner coming. Concha inside the box. Van Dijk is there. Gakpo, no, Gakpo is not in the lineup. Who is going to take that? Robertson takes that. A good curl into it. Denied. Jollington gets that first post clearance. Good enough. Murphy and Barnes, will they be keeping rolling up to those 90th minutes? That is what Liverpool will be wanting to have some sort of substitutions. Eddie Howe and his team, his Magpies, are performing really good. Konate gets that. Look at that. Livramento denying any opportunity for Mo Salah. Livramento is denying any opportunity for that epic Mo Salah, who has got those 27 goals. Luis Diaz inside the box. He goes. That is a challenge by Nick Pope. Give him a penalty. Give him a card. But the flags are raised. Holy Christ. Holy Christ. That could have been a big moment. Robertson made that pass. Oh my God. Tripper was there maintaining that lineup for the centre backs. Good. And the flags were raised. The flags were raised. If the flags hadn't been raised, those tackles by Nick Pope to Luis Diaz would have that considered a penalty or would have that a card for Nick Pope. But the flags are raised. Nothing can be said about that. It is that first moment Luis Diaz got that, but the flags were raised. Not that clinical enough. Tonali trying to get past the likes of Concha, Konate. Strong man fighting on the pitch. Strong man fighting on the pitch. Look at that. Konate is a giant. Tonali is a good, physically capable player. And as well as Concha, my goodness, that is another corner incoming. That is another corner incoming. It is their fifth corner of the game. It is their fifth corner of this match. Magpies has been getting those corners time and again. It is that inside the box goes. Tonali finally getting that. Again, that is a cross inside the box. Oh my God. It was Bone who was there high up, number 33 for the Magpies. But couldn't get that. He couldn't get those conversions. Newcastle are looking, making things happening, but nothing is happening clinical for them. Nothing is happening clinical for them because so far in this, they could have easily gone for one goal at least. But no, they are not looking clinical. They are making chances. They are making those moves in the mid pitch. They are looking good on those blocking aspects on the center back positions. But on those clinical aspects from the wings, Isaac is the man in their stats this season. Will he make that? Some sort of confrontation by the Magpies. The referee on the pitch, John Brooks. What is that talking which is happening? What is that talking which is happening on the pitch? Luis Diaz, it is the fall which he had, but was it the likes of Tripper who had got those challenges done? But no cards being shown, no cards yet being shown. Konate gets that free kick quick. Robertson trying to get a cut in, but blocked. Whew. Trippier is doing a decent job, but on the other hand, it is the likes of Livramento. He is doing a hell good job for today. Livramento is the player. He is doing a hell lot of job for today. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section that who is going to get those wins. Give your votes on the poll which has been pinned on the chat that who is going to get those wins. It is now Barnes again. Inside the box he goes. Isaac. Was that a touch from him? Denied. Tripper finally taking that shot, but it was a block. It was a big opportunity for Alexander Isaac. It is that mentality which needs to be talking. What Alexander Isaac did to that? Was he waiting for those headers? Was he waiting for those shots? What was Alexander Isaac trying to do? What was that Alexander Isaac trying to do? That was a complete misjudgment from Alexander Isak on the pitch. He completely misjudged that ball coming in. Fun getting those headers again. I don't think Newcastle are even going to get a goal out of that. The way they are playing, so many chances they are getting, I don't think they will make it happen. At least a goal. They are doing good on the mid pitch. That was a double deflection. But no worries, that is for Callagher. Newcastle are definitely going good on the pitch, but on those clinical parts, it is from the likes of Isaac, who is being man marked by Van Dijk and Konate. It will be those rare chances which he will be getting, but that was a big chance. It has been given away. Livramento again passing that. Wellington, Gumares. How is that which is going to? One shot gets that. Good tackle this time. I mean, Joelinton and Gumares from the mid pitch. How is that which is going to turn for them? John Brooks. Gameplay has been stopped. What is that which is happening? It is a free kick for the Magpies again. They are getting everything. Free kicks. They are getting the corners. They are making things happening, but they are not getting clinical. It is Tripper who is going to get that. Lofted one inside the box. Clearance from Van Dijk. Again, that is into the box. It is for Isaac. No. Murphy denied. Mo Salah going far wide for Diaz. Diaz will get that. Diaz will get that. Pope gets that clearance. Oh my God. It is now most of the times Luis Diaz is seen moving high up on the pitch. He is winning that. Luis Diaz against Trippier. It is Luis Diaz who is winning it. Concha gets that interception good. Mo Salah passes that to Concha moving on the wings. Wellington is the man. Tackling that. Byrne comes in for the rescue. Look at that. The Magpies are roaring over here at the Wembley. The Magpies are roaring over here at the Wembley. Look at that. Concha and Joelinton both had a tussle. That was a tug of war which was happening. Joelinton winning that. Big one, big one. Newcastle are showing their character good on the pitch, but on those clinical finishings, it is not happening. It is that winning mentality where the Reds will get the edge. It is that winning mentality where the Reds will look that to be happening because it is the past 9 to 10 years Newcastle hasn't got a win against the likes of the Reds. Free kick being taken by Pope. Konate getting that good block. Oh my god, three players are seen lying on the pitch. It is Tonali. Oh my god, it is Joelinton. And as well as from the Reds. Look at that. Is it the likes of Sozoply who is looking injured? Konate jumped that. He was up against Joelinton. He had a fall. It was Tonali and Sozoply. Both of them just got collided with their head. Big one, big one. Trippier is there on the sidelines. He is looking to take some sort of first aid. But is that the injury which is going to be happening? 39 minutes, 30 seconds on the watch. Not a attempt which Liverpool has taken. Not a single shot which Liverpool has taken. Not a single shot which Liverpool yet has taken. It is Diaz now winning it, trying to get past Trippier. He is claiming for a handball, but John Brooks, the referee on the pitch, asked the gameplay to continue. Isaac dropping down, interception from Gravenberg. Look at that speed. Alexander Isaac is making those good runs on the pitch. It is those dead end which Livramento has stopped from their left back positions for the Magpies and denying any opportunities coming from Mo Salah. But on the other hand, it is the likes of Luis Diaz now who is making those runs good enough, and he is seen making that against Trippier and Sharp. Will that be the thing happening? 40 minutes on the watch, 5 minutes for the first half. Luis Diaz is making those moves. He is making those spaces found in between Shah and Trippier. He is making those spaces in between Trippier and Shah. They are being targeted now by Luis Diaz. Can Luis Diaz conquer them? Hope goes for that goalkeeping shots at interception from Konate. Clearance. The ball is back to Livramento. Livramento and the likes of Barnes. Barnes is not seen dropping much, but Livramento on the left backs is doing his job so good. It is the likes of Barnes who has found Livramento on the left wings. Livramento is quite high up. He gives that cross. Isaac. What is Isaac trying to do? He is getting those 19 goals this season, but in those finishings, he is looking poor. Look at that. It was also that big opportunity Alexander Isak would have got. Livramento gave that. I mean, those defensive aspects of Van Dijk and Konate, I would say Isak is getting those, I mean, bait opportunities, you can say. I mean, those spaces, but he is not getting those efforts to be making. It is Livramento again, moving on high up on the pitch. Livramento this time finds Barnes. Interception that is from Gravenberg. That is a throw in coming. Why is that? Tonali is going to take that? No. It is Livramento high up on the pitch going to take those. Throw coming in. He finds the likes of Joelinton. Back to Livramento. Char. Burn. Trippier. Back to Pope. Pope goes for those long balls for Isaac. Van Dijk is the tall man. Van Dijk is the tall man defending that good. What was that cross? Look at that. Murphy suddenly, after those 15 minutes, has been lost from this game. Murphy was making those moves. It is Steven Gerrard there on the watch. Look at that. It is Steven Gerrard there on the stands looking at that. That man on the pitch. Steven Gerrard is the man who is there. Look at that. That was a big one. That was a big one. Few glimpses of Steven Gerrard as well as those Liverpool elite players were seen from the stands. Newcastle again has got a free kick, but that is nowhere near the box, quite far off. The center mid pitch, Trippier makes that. Oh my god, look at that. It would have been a big opportunity for Barnes, but Konate gets that clearance goal. Ibrahima Konate gets that clearance goal. The likes of Barnes is making those moves, Murphy is making those moves, and they have been consistently coming on high up against the Reds. It is still not a single shot. 45 minutes are up. Not a single shot which the Reds has taken so far. Oh my god, that is the goal. Newcastle has got that goal. Holy Christ. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It is the Magpies who has scored. It is the Magpies who has scored. Holy Christ. It is Burn who has scored with that header. Look at that. It was that corner which was being taken. Trippier took that and he went for those outside colors for that. Look at that. Wow. It was number 33, Burn. He made that header onto that far post and no one was there to save that. Kelleher was not in that position to save that. He made that jump so late. Neither Van Dijk nor Konate, no one was there to stop that. That corner was a clinical one. That corner was a great clinical one. Jota, show some character, boy. Jota, it is high time for you to show some character, boy, on the pitch. Diogo Jota, the man, the Portuguese on the pitch, the character which he is showing. Look at that. 18 matches, 5 goals, 3 assists. I mean, the character which has to be shown from Diogo Jota is not happening on the pitch. That is what I am saying time and again from the likes of Arne Slot. No denying the fact that is what I have been saying from the likes of Arne Slot at the time. Those characters which they need to be shown, those temperaments which need to be shown, it is all those old players from the likes of Mo Salah, from the likes of Diaz who have been getting those goals, and a few from the likes of Jota, from the likes of Nunes and company. 2 minutes of added time for this first half. The Magpies has scored. McAllister trying to find Mo Salah. This time he is there on the edge of the box. Header, the opportunity for Luis Diaz. Jota, the man. What are you doing there, boy? Diego Jota, I am not being able to understand. He is getting that ball inside the box, and rather than going for those shots, what he made with that. Look at that. Luis Diaz just too close from the penalty box. He got that position close from the penalty box, and what was that which he made? What was that shot which he did? Oh my goodness, not a single shot being taken so far in this game. Not a single shot which has been taken so far in this game. My goodness, my goodness. This is a bad aspect which is happening on the pitch. This is really a bad happening. This is really a bad happening which is over here. Look at the stats. It is quite disheartening. It is the likes of Magpies getting those 9 shots, all 3 on target, 44% possession. My goodness, Liverpool are seen struggling the past fixture where they played against the likes of PSG. My goodness. But look at those stats from Liverpool. It was that on the late 2 minutes of those added time in the first half where Diogo Jota got that ball inside the box. Couldn't just complete it. Couldn't just complete it. 56% possession, 186 passes, 74% is the pass accuracy. Such low, 9 fouls committed. Liverpool is looking like that trash playing over here. Look at that. It is a trash playing which has happened. It is definitely the need of the hour for those substitutions, but Arne Slot, to be talking about him, not happening, man. Time and again, I have been saying in things for Arne Slot hasn't been happening. I'm saying it time and again, he is getting those Premier League wins. It is the likes of Manchester City not doing that good, but the likes of those characters which needs to be shown from the Liverpool players, especially the likes of Federico Chiesa to be talking, Diogo Jota to be talking. Not happening. It is the likes of only Luis Diaz, Mo Salah getting that. Both Szoboszlai and Jota have been struggling in form for past many games. Szoboszlai and Jota have been seen struggling on the pitch. Gravenberg and McAllister, if we look at that, I mean, I will take a 1 minute break. I will take a short 1 minute break and I will be back. Just give me a 1 minute break and I'll be back. There is a break going on for the second half. We will discuss the match about that. Magpies are really dominating this game. Magpies are really dominating this game by all means. Magpies are really dominating this game by all means. They are dominating this game. Magpies are really dominating this game by any means. No denying the fact. The Magpies are really dominating this game. It is the likes of, in the first minute to talk about it, let it get this clear. Let it get this clear on this. Man, it wasn't my expectation that this game is going to be happening like this. Just look at that, what happened. Just look at that, what happened. It was that fourth minute opportunity which Barnes got. It was inside the box, but it was a miss. It was the mid pitch where Liverpool is struggling from the likes of Sosa, from the likes of Gravenberg, from the likes of McAllister. I won't say he is doing a decent job, but it is the likes of, to be pointing out special, it is the likes of Sosa who is seen struggling, and the likes of Magpies, their presence of Joelinton, Guimaraes, as well as, they have been struggling. Liverpool is really struggling on the mid pitch. The first one that was from Barnes, which came in, it was a miss. Liverpool, the Magpies could have easily got 2 or 3 goals out of this first half. 9 shots which they have got, 3 on target, one big chance. They have missed a big chance. It was the likes of Diogo Jota getting that big opportunity on those late first half, on those added time, but he couldn't convert it. It was 15th minute again. First 10 minutes, Liverpool were trailing it back, but after that, they tried to get those possession with those back passes. Most of the times, they were seen in the first 10 to 15 minutes going for Mo Salah on the right wings, but Livramento on the left back for the Magpies, he has been doing his job good. He has been doing his job so good. Livramento has been doing his job so good. No denying the fact, Livramento has blocked those aspects from Mohamed Salah. Mo Salah has scored those 29 matches, 27 goals. Big stats talking for him this season, but he is looking struggling against Livramento. Livramento is doing a good job, but it was the likes of, after those 15 to 20 minutes, Liverpool changed their wing play to the sides of Luis Diaz. But Luis Diaz, whom was he going to get those assists? Nothing. It was Tonali again on the 24th minute, getting those shots far off from the box. That was a miss. Guimaraes again, all the shots Magpies has been taken. It was again Isaac. Isaac hasn't been that clinical. He got one big opportunity, that header or that shot which is going to be taken by him. It was a misjudgment for Alexander Isak on that 34th minute. Trippier again, that was a block shot. Guimaraes again, 35th minute. It was a good save. Once again, look at that. It is the Magpies. It is all those clusters on the pitch. It is Newcastle who has taken those 9 shots inside the box most of the times. Inside the box most of the times. Out of those 9 shots which they have taken, 2 are from outside the box. All of the others, 7 shots Magpies have taken, and it was from the starting of the game, 2 minutes 15 seconds to be precise. Magpies have made this bold statement coming in. But from my prediction, it will be those 2 goals which will be coming. Liverpool will be getting those 2 or 3 goals in the second half. But this was that goal which happened from Burn, number 33, for the Magpies, that header. That corner which was being taken by Trippier, it was a bit clinical cross which he made. Rather than going for those curls, he went for those outside ones, and that ball just went away from the defensive lineup of Liverpool, from the likes of Van Dijk and Konate, and it was Burn, the man standing over there, takes that header to the far post. Gallagher was the man who was a bit late in making those jumps. Gallagher was the man who was a bit late, but this was the goal which could have happened. Diogo Jota Look at that spot, which from where the shot was taken. It was just, it was closer than the penalty spot. This shot which Diogo Jota got, he was in a free space, could have taken that shot, but he couldn't convert it. That struggling form of Diogo Jota is really looking disheartening. 65% of those accuracy, 89 passes. The Magpies are making the bold statement that they are going to get that, but they haven't been that clinical. 9 shots taken, 3 on target, one big chance. They have missed that big chance. It was the likes of Isaac missing it, but not getting those goals. They have finally got a goal from those headers from Burn. But Liverpool, look at that. Only one shot they have taken. That was a big chance for Diogo Jota to be converted. Not happening. But the lineup, look at that. Look at that. If we move to the other part of this lineup, look at that. Liverpool definitely makes to get those changes in the mid pitch. Szoboszlai needs to come for a substitution. McAllister and Gravenberch on the mid pitch are doing pretty decent, but Guimaraes and Joelinton are really counting those numbers. Joelinton and Guimaraes are counting those numbers. Tonali is not making those good stunts as well as the likes of Isaac, but Szoboszlai and Jota are struggling in form. No denying the fact Szoboszlai as well as Jota is struggling in form. Konate and Van Dijk doing decent. Robertson, but I would say Konate is making those destroying moments. But Van Dijk against Alexander Isak, he has given away 2 or 3 chances, but Isak wasn't the man that clinical enough to be happening from him. But Robertson against the likes of Murphy, it is Jacob Murphy from Newcastle who is winning it against Robertson. And from the left wings, it is the likes of Barnes against Quanshaw. Barnes has been doing his job quite decent. Barnes has been doing his job quite decent. But look at this lineup from the likes of the Magpies. Look at that. It is Trippier on the right backs, doing too good. He has got those assists. At times, he was being overtaken by Luis Diaz. Those passes being made by Robertson from the likes of McAllister. But the flags were raised. The flags were raised. Luis Diaz was making those early runs, but those centre back lines which was made by Tripper, Shar, and Burn and Livramento, they have been looking good. Shar is making those good moves. He can be overtaken by Luis Diaz at any time. Luis Diaz will in the second half make those runs and overtake Shar from that aspect. But it is the involvement of Szoboszlai from the mid pitch who has to come in clinical, because Guimaraes is staying at times down. Joelinton, Tonali, this is that mid pitch where Liverpool is struggling in making those passes. Concha up against Barnes. Murphy and Barnes are posing those threats. But it is Livramento who is just stopping Mohamed Salah to make any move. Mohamed Salah, that part of the Reds has been completely shut down. That part of the pitch has been completely shut down, and the scoreline for now is that likes of Liverpool 0, Newcastle 1 at the Emirates. Will that be the thing which is going to be happening? Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section in the poll. What is that going to be? For me, it is definitely the likes of Szoboszlai and Jota to be made those substitutions. That is what I want in this game to be happening. Eddie Howe and his Magpies will be definitely proud of getting that, but in the past 9 years, the Magpies haven't yet registered a win. Will that be the thing happening? The second half is about to begin. John Brooks, the referee on the pitch. It is the likes of Isaac who will be just starting off this game in the second half. He passes that back to Shar. Shar goes for a long kick. Joelinton is there. Gravenberg. What a clearance. What a poor clearance that is from Gravenberg. Look at that. What a poor clearance. Get those position, boys. Get those passes to be happening. Instead of going for those vast counters, make those. Oh my god, look at that. Gallagher getting those goal kick opportunities. The second half has just begun. The second half has just begun. It is again Liverpool struggling in making those passes into the mid pitch. It is the numbers counting. Newcastle are doing the job of their numbers counting on the pitch too good. They are denying anything coming in. They are denying anything to be incoming. They are denying anything to be incoming. This is if that is going to be Newcastle with this. I don't think that will be the story up to the stoppage time. Hope gets that clearance good enough. Trying to find Luis Diaz, but what a poor accuracy that was. His goalkeeping shots not even going far enough to reach the likes of Luis Diaz on the pitch. Kelleher passes that. McAllister dropping down. Van Dijk. Van Dijk gets it good to Jota. Will he make that cross? He rather goes for a cut in. It was Luis Diaz. Now it is looking happening. Now it is looking happening. In just 2 minutes in the second half, it is the Reds who has painted into the box of the Magpies. But this wasn't the story of the first half. In the first half, it was the Magpies who just got that into 2 minutes into the box of the Reds. Make it happen, boys. Luis Diaz changing the wings, trying to find more Salah. McAllister, position looking good. Gravenberg. Now the Magpies are down on their defensive aspect. That is a long pass, chip in shot for McAllister. Wellington was the man over there. Wellington just denied Luis Diaz. It could have been a big opportunity. The Reds could have scored that goal. It could have been a big opportunity. But Wellington, the man from the Magpies, he just denied. Not getting those clearances good enough. Has got Diaz. That is a foul to Diaz. That is a foul from Tripper to Diaz. John Brooks, the referee, asking the game to continue. Magpies are trying to scoop in that space for Diogo Jota, but Diogo Jota is not happy with that pass. In the second half so far, the Magpies hasn't been making those runs. Now it is the likes of Barnes. Oh my god, Monsha has got that clearance, but will that be a corner incoming? That is a corner incoming. The Magpies now are getting that corner. It is that first half where they got those headers from those corners. Tripper, the man, got those corner kicks so good. That is what happened. It is again in just 5 minutes. The Magpies going for that corner. I think for this, it is their seventh corner of this game. Oh my God, Kelleher. Holy Christ. What are you doing, boy? What are you doing inside the box? Thank God the flags are raised. Thank God the flags are raised. My goodness. It could have been a big disaster. It could have been a big disaster had this goal being awarded. Yes, that was offside. Oh my God. But the ball has been touched by Kelleher on the pitch. The ball has been touched by Kelleher on the pitch. VR is going to be taken. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is that VR decision going to be? That goal is not going to stand. Thank God. Thank God. Magpies has just shut anything to be incoming. Burn gets that touch good enough. Look at that VAR. That was few inches where Isaac was offside. Thank God. That second goal doesn't stand. It is now again Livramento. Newcastle are making those moves. My goodness. Fans get that. Livramento with that cross coming in. Oh my God. What the heck is going on over here? What the hell is happening over here on this? Just 30 seconds back after that VR decision, it is Isaac who has scored. My God, Liverpool is looking too pathetic for today. They are struggling in form. They are struggling in form. It is now Newcastle 2 and Newcastle 2, and it is the likes of Magpies 2 and the likes of the Reds. No shots being taken, just one big opportunity that was. That is all from this. My goodness, my goodness. These are the two goals Newcastle are getting it after those 9 years. That is the win which they will be getting. It was Barnes who gave that to Livramento. My goodness. Alexander Isak was there in an open space. None of the defensive midfield. Van Dijk, Konate, Eddie Howe on the sidelines is having a good watch of that and having a fun. My goodness. Is this the final we are going to witness like this? Is it the final which we are going to witness like this? So the flag gets that to Robertson. Poor cross. To whom are you crossing that, Robertson boy? To whom are you crossing that? Mo Salah is inside the box. You are passing that so far. What is this which is happening? Damn, Isaac has scored. Burn has scored 2 goals for the Magpies. Look at that positioning from Fly on the pitch. Where is he moving? I'm not being able to understand that. What is he doing on the pitch? He is struggling in form, boys. I definitely need to want Tassingham to be coming onto the pitch. I want him to be coming onto the pitch. It is the need. From the left backs, Robertson is struggling. I definitely need him to be coming onto the pitch. From the left part of the pitch, Robertson is really struggling. Oh my God. I think Slot is going for some sort of substitutions. I think Arne Slot is going for some sort of substitutions. but still sticking with Jota and Szoboszlai and not bringing in the likes of Federico Chiesa, Gakpo. Gakpo has not been given those opportunities. 55 minutes on the watch. Get those goals, boys. Get those goals. Get those goals. Poor throw that is from Concha on the pitch. Poor throw that is from Concha on the pitch. That is a poor throw from Concha on the pitch. Finally, Jota is being substituted. Nunes coming in. Nunes coming in onto the pitch and Jota has been sacrificed. Thank God Arne Slot made that good. Early substitutions making it good. Yes, you have to evaluate your players. You have to evaluate. Oh my God, Konate is also moving to the sidelines. Is that Konate is out? He was down to those injury moments. Konate is out. And it is the likes of Curtis Jones who has come in. It is now Van Dijk, it is now Robertson, it is now Gravenberg and the likes of Concha staying on those. Liverpool have now going to go for those big counters to be happening. What is that? This substitution dropping in Konate and bringing in Curtis Jones. I really don't find this substitution to be happening. Liverpool are going for those all-out defense. Van Dijk, header, clearance that is. Livramento, on the other hand, against Mo Salah, he is stopping it, anything incoming for the likes of Mohamed Salah on the pitch for today. Livramento is the man who is doing those damages. Make that free kick count, boys. Make that free kick count. Make that happen. Trippier takes that. Look at those free kicks which Trippier is taking. The corners, he took those. That was an outside curl. And now again with that free kick, it was an outside curl which Trippier is trying to make at times. Jones winning that in the mid pitch gives that to McAllister. Build up looking good. Diaz. He has got Szoboszlai on the left part inside the box. Goes in. Make that shot. Oh my God. Jones was the man who took that shot. Jones was the man who took that shot. But a deflection that was from Nick Pope. That is what build-up is now looking good. Jones took that shot. Oh my God, there were two players from the Magpies getting those sliding tackles. It was Tonali. Look at that. It was Livramento and Tonali getting for those sliding tackles. I think Tonali has got those injuries. Tonali is lying on the pitch. Szoboszlai has to show some characters, boys. Szoboszlai has to show some characters. It is the likes of Curtis Jones and Darwin Nunes who has come in for the substitutions. I would prefer Jones to be staying in the place of Szoboszlai and Luis Diaz and Mo Salah to be coming in onto the mid pitch. Or it is the likes of Darwin Nunes and Curtis Jones, two of those players coming in. But if Newcastle, the Magpies, are now going to get those. If they are going to get those parking the bus moments, it will be quite difficult. Liverpool has to make those counters good on the pitch. They will have to make those things counting. Thank God that was a corner, but not being taken clinical enough. Jones, Szoboszlai, oh my God, what is Szoboszlai doing? Szoboszlai is really struggling. No denying the fact Szoboszlai is really struggling on the pitch. Szoboszlai is looking struggling on the pitch. No denying the fact. Oh my God, that could have been an opportunity. Joe Linton gets that clearance, but it is the corner incoming. 61 minutes 30 seconds on the watch. Watson made that run. Wellington was there making those sliding tackles. Corner incoming again. Make that happen. Oh my God. Nunes takes that shot. But save that is. That is a save. That is a save. That is a big save. That is a big save. Inside the box goes. Thank God. Clearances are now coming in. Good. Clearances are now coming in. Oh my God. Magpies are not leaving any stones unturned. Oh my God. Isaac has missed that. Otherwise, it could have been that third goal. Man, that goal from Isaac would have settled this game in just 63 minutes. That goal from Isaac would have just settled this game in 63 minutes. But thank God, Isaac just couldn't get that good enough to get that connect with the ball. And it was Kelleher who finally got those saves. My goodness. Robertson passes that to Kelleher. What is that which is going to be happening? Van Dijk asking Kelleher to wait for that position of the ball on the pitch. Kelleher goes that. Bond getting those clearances good. But looking at that positioning from Szoboszlai, he is not staying wide. It is the likes of Luis Diaz who has come in into the center part of the attack with the likes of Nunes. Two of them will be making those runs. It is the likes of Mo Salah. The pressure will be on there. But Szoboszlai high up on the left wings, he is not maintaining those wide positions. It is the likes of Konate who has been dropped down. Van Dijk is staying there. Robertson and Concha, that is the three centre backs which Liverpool is now playing. But still not dropping down Szoboszlai on the pitch. Still Szoboszlai is not being called to the sidelines by Arne Slot. Szoboszlai is the man who is still not called to the sidelines. He is still staying on the pitch. Damn. It is the Magpies who are going to get their win after those 9 years and after those 17 meetings. And Isaac is over here on his 100th appearance for the Magpies. He has got a goal. He has got those big opportunities as well. Gakpo has come in. Finally, Gakpo is seen on the pitch. Who is the man who has been sacrificed? McAllister has been dropped down. Still, Arne Slot sticking with Szoboszlai and dropping down McAllister. Arne Slot still relying with Szoboszlai on the pitch and dropping down McAllister. Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Jones, Concha. No, Salah passes that. Jones. Oh my god, all of the white and black are running in. The Reds are getting outnumbered. Tonali gets that. Isaac. Liverpool are playing now a suicidal game. Arne Slot is now playing a suicidal game. Arne Slot is now playing a suicidal game. He is going for those all-out defense because he needs those two goals. Bruno Gomes down on the pitch. Is he looking injured? No substitutions still from Eddie Howe on the pitch. 68 minutes on the watch. Still, Eddie Howe hasn't got those substitutions to be incoming. Oof. That is a big one. That is a big one. It is the likes of Diogo Jota moving out, Nunes coming in, Konate moving out, Jones coming in, McAllister moving on, Gakpo coming in. And Slot making it happen everything. Oh my god, look at that. What is that blunder you are doing on that defensive aspect time and again? And how do you think on this holy earth is that going to happen? Arne Slot is now playing a suicidal game. Arne Slot with those substitutions is now playing a suicidal game. Mo Salah on the wings passes that to Diaz. The right part of the box. One shot, Jones, Van Dijk, Gakpo. Gravenberch is the man who is staying on those late recovery balls across into the box, straight into the hands of Pope. Straight into the hands of Pope. No denying the fact that cross was straight into the hands of Pope. It is a matter of two goals, boys. Get it, get it, get it done, boys. Get it done. Only two goals. Get it done. And let this game be ongoing into those stoppage time plus extra time. Gravenberch is staying on those centre backs. That is a suicidal game which Arne Slot is playing over here. Livramento with that throw passes that. Oh my god. Kelleher, whom is he going to pass that? Van Dijk and Gravenberch staying on those centre backs. Kelleher scoops in and finds Jones. Jones is seen moving on those defensive mid pitch wide apart to get those spaces. It was Joelinton who got that interception good. Newcastle are now making those numbers count. Arne Slot getting those attacking aspects coming into the game and dropping down Konate. But where is those attacking aspects on the mid pitch which is looking counting? So Sly has got a tackle to Bruno Gomares. John Brooks not giving any cards for that. That was a good tackle to be made. That was a good tackle to be made. First taste of that silverware to be incoming. Had this been the story if Jurgen Klopp would have been staying over here at Anfield? I don't think so. That is a free kick. Magpies are now wasting away those time. Now Federico Chiesa is the man seen coming onto the pitch. Now it is the likes of Federico Chiesa seen coming onto the pitch. Gravenberch pass that is. Good one. Nunes collects that. Run it, boy, run it. Make those passes. You have got those midfielders now. Make that number counting on the pitch. No one is staying on those forwards. No one is staying on those mid pitch to collect those ball and pass that. It is thus not happening. Two substitutions coming in. Oof. Big one. Big night. Gravenberch moving out. Chiesa coming in. My goodness. What is Arne Slot going to do? Is he going to now drop down Van Dijk even? Luis Diaz is getting dropped out, but still sticking with Szoboszlai on the pitch. Arne Slot, is he going out of his mind? Arne Slot still sticking with Szoboszlai on the pitch and dropping down Luis Diaz. What is he out of his mind? Is he out of his mind? Is Arne Slot has gone out of his mind? What is he trying to do? He is taking with Szoboszlai on the pitch and dropping Luis Diaz. Harvey Elliott, Jones, Gakpo, Chiesa, Nunes. Will they be able to make those equalizers? Will they be able to make those equalizers? Jones to Concha. Back to Concha. Look at that. Runs are being made. Elliott gives that. Jones. Gakpo. Szoboszlai, he is just dancing like a pagoda queen on the pitch. Szoboszlai is just looking like a dancing queen. Mo Salah to the wings. Livramento, the man is denying anything. He has, just got that pious soul, that water which he has had before this game. Livramento is denying anything incoming from the likes of Mo Salah. Elliot with that cross. What are those headers you are trying to get, boy? So the fly gets a cross inside the box. Deflection to that. Livramento getting those deflections good. Mo Salah is having those opportunities. He is on a free space. Passes are not looking happening. It is the pass to Isaac. Robertson is there speeding up. Newcastle are now looking deep down on the defensive aspect. They have now started playing their defensive part. 76 minutes on the ball. Jones, Robertson, back to Jones. Van Dijk. Van Dijk going for Salah. Salah is not getting those spaces. Gakpo getting a cut in, passes to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai back passes that to Robertson. Quick throw that is from Robertson. Szoboszlai gets that back to Robertson again. Look at that. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 players from Liverpool trying to outnumber. The Reds are trying to outnumber the Magpies, but no one is there staying on the mid page to collect that ball. Esa on the edge of the box trying to get a dribble out of that. He has been challenged bad. Bruno Guimaraes, the man, he has challenged that to Esa. That should have been given a card. John Brooks should have given a booking, a yellow card at least for Bruno Guimaraes. No cards yet being shown. My goodness, no cards yet being shown. Just look at that. Not a single card has been shown in this game so far. Not a single yellow card has been shown. 78 minutes. Oh my God. Nunes was a fly. Chiesa. Chiesa gives that to Gakpo. Make those crosses, boy. Make those crosses. You are holding that position of the ball long over there. It is already 78 minutes. Szoboszlai is looking like a shit on the pitch, and he is not even making those passes. He is holding the ball. He is having those positions, and he is looking bad. And Arne Slot is still sticking with Szoboszlai. Arne Slot is still sticking with Szoboszlai, and he has brought the substitution. Luis Diaz was doing good. He has been just called to the sidelines. I don't know. Arne Slot is out of his mind. He is definitely out of his mind. And Robertson, the man who is struggling, is being still kept. But Tassimicus hasn't been brought. Chiesa is having some opportunities. Will that be the character which will be seen from him? Mo Salah passes that to Jones, Elliot, Chiesa. Chiesa changes that to Elliot again. Elliot goes for Jones. Wide shot that is. That is a bait wide shot from Curtis Jones. It was just on the edge of the box. You could have been more clinical, boys. You could have been more clinical to that shot. You could have been more clinical to that shot. It is Eddie Howe now bringing in some substitutions. Isaac is down on the pitch. Magpies are now making that substitution. It is on the 80th minute where Magpies are now making those substitutions. My goodness, after those 17 meetings, not getting a win, 9 years, not getting those win moments, and it is the final of the EFL Cup. That is a bad moment, man. Getting those exits against PSG in the Champions League, and now it is the EFL final. Wilson is the man, number 9 coming in, and Isaac, the man talking about the stats this season, has been sacrificed. It is Barnes who is also moving off the sidelines. Two substitutions, that is Willock coming in, number 11 moving to the sidelines, number 28 coming in. Two substitutions from Eddie Howe, Joseph Willock and Callum Wilson. The two substitutions which Eddie Howe has got. It is 81 minutes on the watch. Hope gets that shot good. Wilson, we collect that. No. Joelinton passes that. Look at that. Look at that. Joelinton is cutting it into the box to the first post. No worries, that is for Callagher. That was no worry for Callagher, but 9 minutes still left. I mean, less than 9 minutes, only 8 minutes left into this to get those two goals equalizer. And that was a shot, not clinical enough. Kelleher gets that save. The build-ups are not looking happening, and this man Livramento, time and again he is showing those. Look at that, he is taking a shot. Livramento has taken a shot from inside the box. My goodness. It was Jones who was hit on his shoulders. Deflection to that, but again a corner incoming. My goodness. It is Trippier again going to take that corner. I mean, to talk about the corners which has been taken, it is those typical corners which Trippier takes. Look at that. It is the number of corners which the Magpies has got in this game. 7 corners so far. 15 shots they have taken. Oof. Back to back, it is two upsetting moments in the Champions League, those exits. It is the final of the EFL Carabao. Still, it is 6 minutes. Gakpo on the left wings. Jones. Robertson. What are you trying to do, Robertson, with that? Jones again gets Gakpo. Liverpool are trying to make those passes. It is looking a lame one. It is looking a lame one. Arne Slot and his men are making those passes. It is looking a lame one on the pitch. 85 minutes. 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Oh, goodness. 5 minutes plus stoppage time into this. Oof. It's a free kick. Take it fast, boys. Take it fast. Take it fast. No time to waste now. 85 minutes, 30 seconds on the watch. 4.5 minutes. It is something magical needs to be happening. It is something magical which needs to be happening. Bruno Gomes passes that. Who is going to make those runs? It is Willock as well as Wilson, the two men standing on those forward positions. Elliott gets that to Jones. Build up looking. Poncha, Van Dijk, Gakpo. Make those crosses, boy. Make those crosses. You are moving on the wings like anything. Make those crosses. And you are not making those crosses from the wings. And when you are getting the ball on the center backs, you are making those long lofted through balls. Robertson goes that. Where are you passing, boy? Where are you passing, boy? Those lofted passes Robertson has been making in this game, it hasn't been looking good. And Soderfly is looking like big lame one on the pitch. Here's a good tackle one. Come on, big boy. Come on, big. Make those crosses. Make those crosses. Man, every time you are going to the wings, you are not making those crosses and you are again passing that back to the centre backs. And from the centre backs, you are trying to make those lofted passes to the centre forwards. Arne Slot still sticking with Sozoslai on the pitch. Sozoslai was struggling, and then also he has been kept on the pitch. Robertson struggling on the pitch, but still kept on the pitch. I didn't understand that good enough. I didn't understand that good enough. 88 minutes, 30 seconds, 1.5 minute left. 1.5 minute still left for this. Substitutions are coming in. Murphy, is he looking injured? Look at that. Now it is the likes of Nick Pope who is wasting those time taking those shots to be taken. Nick Pope has been given those yellow card at least. This is the first card of this game which John Brooks has given. This is the first card of the game which John Brooks has given, and it is to Nick Pope. This has been a big blunder and a big disaster. This has been a big blunder and a big disaster. No denying the fact, a big blunder and a big disaster. Now Fly is dropping to those centre backs, making those lofted passes. Van Dijk. Elliott. Oh my god, 8 minutes. Come on, big boys. Come on, big. 8 minutes. That is good enough to get 2 goals. 8 minutes are definitely good enough to get those two goals. My goodness. Wilson and Murphy are inside the box. 8 minutes are there, boys. 8 minutes are there. Make those passes fast, man. Sozoplai is looking like a camel on the pitch. Sozoplai is looking like a camel on the pitch. Look at him. Elliot, that is a lofted one. Pass is not happening. Pass is not happening. Really struggling in form. Liverpool is really looking struggling in form. I mean, that previous defeat which they got against the likes of PSG, it is those demotivating team which is seen playing. It is that demotivating team which is seen playing on the pitch for today. No denying the fact it is that motivating team which is seen playing on the pitch. Lock. That is a goal kick. Take that goal kick fast, boy. Kelleher, get that ball fast. Take that goal kick fast. Robertson going for those lofted passes now rather than keeping the position on the ball and passing that. Salah Jones inside the box. Make that shot. Make that shot. Nunes, Mo Salah, make it. Nunes, make it. When are you going to shoot it? Why the hell are you taking so much of time for making those shots? I don't understand that. Nunes, he touched the ball thrice and just couldn't take that shot from inside the box. Is he a striker? Take that shot, boy. Finally, make it happen. Make it happen. Kesa has got it. Kesa has. Oh my God, the flags are raised. I mean, that is a bad game which is happening. Look at that. Nunes got that ball inside the box. It took 3 touches to take that shot. And at the end, he just couldn't take that. But was Kesa offside into that? I don't think so. I don't think so. VR check is going on. I don't think that Kesa was offside into that. I don't think that is offside. I don't think that is offside. Mo Salah might have been offside into that, but I don't think Kesa is offside. He is onside. Kesa is definitely onside on the pitch. Kesa is definitely onside, not offside. Kesa is definitely onside onto this. Kesa is definitely onside. Yes, he is onside. Look at that. Kesa is onside. So much of time is also being wasted with that. We are hope the referee John Brooks gives those extra time. I don't think that is offside. I don't think that is offside. I don't think that is offside into that. Kesa was definitely onside. He wasn't off. He wasn't off. He was there on that good moment. He was there on that good moment. Oh my god, yes, you have scored. Get that second goal, boys. Get that second goal. Make it happen. This goal is standing. Federico Chiesa has scored. Make that second goal, boys. Make that second goal. Come on. Much of the time has been wasted. Much of the time has been wasted in those VRs. Much of the time has been wasted on those VRs. Almost 3 minutes of the time has been wasted. 3 minutes of the time has been wasted on those VAR. John Brooks, the referee on the pitch, must look into this and give those extra time after that 8 minutes are over. After those 8 minutes, it is definitely needed. It is definitely needed. Yes, the goal has been awarded. The goal has been awarded. Much of the time has been wasted in those VRs. Kesa made that happen, boy. Kesa made that happen. Arne Slot should bring in Kesa more often rather than going in from the likes of Darwin Nunes. Take that throw quick, boy. Take that throw quick. Look at that. Magpies are now shaking their legs. They are not even taking that throw. Much of the time has been wasted in those VR decisions. I hope referee John Brooks should at least give more 3 to 4 minutes more. I mean, it is 8 minutes of the stoppage time. This game should continue up to those 12 minutes at least. 4 minutes should be given. 4 minutes of those added time must be given after those stoppage time is up. Take this game to the extra time, boys. Take this game to the extra time. Make it happen. Magpies are now wasting that time. Free kick. Take it good. Salah goes high up. Whom is he going to get that? Van Dijk is there. There's Tonali against Van Dijk. Oh my god, look at that. Murphy is the man. He is taking the ball, dragging to the corners. Look at that. It is those time wasting moments which is happening. Oof. Now Newcastle, the Magpies are playing that negative moment on the pitch. They are playing those negative gameplay. Look at that. John Brooks giving that yellow card to Tonali. Give him a red card. He is wasting those time intentionally. Sandro Tonali has got that yellow card. He must be given a red card. He is wasting those time intentionally. Concha, look at him. He is standing so close to that corner post. Go inside the box, boy. Concha is also adding those time waste management with them. Wilson, Willock are trying to get the ball into the corners for getting those time wasting strategies. Newcastle is playing that negative playmaking. He is taking a long time taking that throw. Give him a red card. Give him a red card. Look at that. Wilson is intentionally wasting the time with the likes of Tonali. What is that? Is this the game of football which is happening? Getting the ball. Get the position. Good boys. Joseph Sly. Make those passes to the opposite wings. Yes, doing it good. Mo Salah trying to find Kesa. No, Van Dijk is there for those headers. Gomares gets that clearance. The flags are not raised high. Look at that. Wilson is now again dragging the ball into the corners. Wilson is now again dragging the ball. It wasn't Wilson, it was Murphy. 100 minutes, 22 seconds. At least 3.5 minutes more must be given. The game must stop on, not less than 104 minutes. Much of the time has been wasted. The game must go up to those more than 104 minutes, all in all. Oh my god, it is Elliot who is looking down to injuries. Newcastle will get that silverware. Who would have expected after those 50 or 55 years more to that? Oh my god, the referee John Brooks has blown the whistle. 102 minutes just into it. My god, after those 56 years, Newcastle has got that silverware. That was a bad one. 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 That was really a bad one. That was really a bad one. That was really a bad one. Damn. Things just turned so bad. Things just turned so bad. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The Magpies are crying. They have achieved this after those 56 years, and they have got that win over Liverpool after those 17 meetings, 9 years. Look at that. It is Alan Shearer who is celebrating. Look at that. It is Alan Shearer who is celebrating it. My goodness. My goodness. Liverpool, the Reds played it so bad. The Reds played it so bad. Look at that. It is the Magpies getting those 17 shots, all 6 on target. Liverpool just 7 shots, 2 on target. It is the full time over here. Big disaster that is. Big disaster that is. Big disaster that is. Back to back, 2 losses. It was against the likes of PSG. And now it is the likes of Carabao Final, EFL. It is Eddie Howe's Newcastle who has got that. And lifting a trophy after 56 years and winning against Liverpool after that 17th meeting after 9 years. Newcastle dominated this game. Newcastle really dominated this game. No denying the fact, Newcastle really dominated this game. Newcastle really dominated this game. Eddie Howe, what a mark he will be making getting the trophy for this club after so many decades. Practically speaking, I would say it was the lack of form which the Reds were having it. The Reds were having that lack of form with them. But I couldn't understand that why Sozov's was kept so late and all through up to those stoppage time where he was struggling in form. I didn't understand that one from Slot and keeping Robertson as well on the pitch. Newcastle has made that and they have won it. And they will also play those English tournaments the next season. My goodness. Liverpool, I mean, Magpies has made that. Anyways, that is off from our side, guys. That is a sad loss for the Reds. That wasn't the expectation, neither the prediction of that is going to happen. Anyways, off from my side, and within the next 1 hour, we'll be also watching the game. I mean, mostly the likes of Atletico Madrid against Barcelona, and it will be likes of Atlanta and Inter in the Serie A. After this disheartening game, I don't think I would be able to watch that. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona and Atlanta and Inter, which is incoming in the next 1 hour. We are going to watch that. That is the watch along. The playlist is there to check it. And yes, the Reds could make it back to back two major upsets from the Champions League, getting exits in the EFL, getting those losses in the finals. Still, Arne Slot hasn't tasted that silverware, hasn't caught the clinch of any silverware so far. Will the Premier League be good enough to get those? Long story incoming, boys. Long story incoming. Anyways, off from this stream, and in just 45 minutes, we will going on. I mean, to be precise, yes, in those next 45 minutes, we will be going on for that next watch along Atlanta and Inter in the Serie A. That is the round 29, and it is the La Liga big clash, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. This is the third time they are facing in this month, La Liga round 28. Stay tuned to FC Ramsay, and yes, Reds, big disheartening one for today, that is. Bye. And yes, before ending this, do get those like, share, and subscribe, and do join us for our next stream, which is upcoming in 45 minutes.